News just broke that Habs defensive rookie phenom Arber Xhekaj is having season-ending surgery on his shoulder. Jesse, we just recorded the post-game reaction for the Habs versus Senators. Go check that video out if you haven't already. But we saw a tweet, a bunch of Habs injury news coming out now. Joel Edmundson is maybe getting closer to a return. Kirby Dach is out indefinitely now with a lower body injury. Yoel Armia is not coming with the team on the trip because of a respiratory infection. But the big one, Arber Xhekaj out for the season with that shoulder injury sustained against the Edmonton Oilers when he fought Desharnais. Jesse, this is just such a brutal blow. A lot of Habs fans, we've been watching this team for the young guys to watch them grow. And to see Xhekaj go down with an injury, it sucks. But like, what's your immediate reaction for this? It's just, to me, I'm just gutted that we won't get to see Arber for the rest of the way.
Are the hockey gods trying to pull the strings so that we get Connor Bedard? Because this is what it's looking like. Just the amount of these injuries, is the mystery illness with Kirby Dach. Now Xhekaj being out for the rest of the year. But you know what, Josh? All things being considered, as much as I love watching Xhekaj play, and all of us do, we know that this is a development year. He's already exceeded expectations. He's already carved out a spot for himself on this team. So I think that right now, it's giving a chance for other young defensemen to kind of step in. And I'd be a lot more upset if we didn't have the likes of Justin Barron and others playing so well in his absence.
I think that's a good point, Jesse. And that's a great way to take some positives out of this. At the same time, though, I can't help but be disappointed. Like I said, we're looking for these rookies, these young guys to play well. Caufield goes down for the season. Slafkovsky for the season. Guhle is coming back soon. But a guy like Xhekaj, he's what puts some butts in seats. I'm going to a game in less than a month. Just 2 weeks from now. And, no Xhekaj, no Caufield, no Slav, no nothing. But, man, it does raise some questions. We'll get your guys' opinions on this in the comments. What is going on with the Habs medical staff? Because I don't think this isn't Habs medical staff problems. I'm not, because Xhekaj hurt his shoulder in a fight. Sure, no problem at all. But there's been so many weird things going on, especially with this, Kirby Dach upper body or non-COVID illness that now has turned into a lower body injury, and he's out indefinitely, not coming on the road trip. Do you think some questions should be pointed towards the Habs medical staff? I know Hughes has mentioned this in the past, but with just the sheer amount of injuries, not saying that Xhekaj has anything to do with that, of course, because it was just a freak injury in a fight, but, should that be considered at all?
Well, it's an interesting point, Josh. It does go back to last year and everything else, and even with the Bergevin era. So I know that we're having new management, kind of a new change of philosophy. I do believe that Kent Hughes, Jeff Gordon are doing things to keep our players healthy and fit. Mm-hmm. We know about them bringing in private chefs to kind of cook really healthy meals, having really good meal plans, food available for them when they're on the road, so they're kind of getting what they need. So I think they're trying to look out for these things. They're trying to be proactive. They're trying to bring a lot of our practices kind of into the modern age. But I think this is something that is troubling. We'll need to look at it and see how we can maybe mitigate, having so many injuries like this in the future.
Yeah, I think so too. It's an awful thing to have happen. Hopefully he can come back strong for next year. I guess the final question is if there isn't a move before the deadline, do you think Corey Schueneman slides into that permanent, maybe defenseman role for the rest of the way? Or maybe if Edmundson gets moved, is Schueneman is he just the de facto guy now? Are we going to see more Chris Weidman? What do you think?
I think we'll see more Schueneman, just for the fact that he's already on the team right now with our injuries. But you just got to feel that probably one of our defensemen that's playing on our roster right now, there's a good chance that they could be dealt at the trade deadline. Obviously, we're going to need some bodies in there, and I think that he'll be one of them.
I think so, too. All right, guys. Well, this was just a kind of spur-of-the-moment thing. We saw the news. We wanted to break it to you first. Awful news. Let me hear your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section below, because it's just awful. We all love Arber around here. Black eye for Xhekaj. Shout out Hockey Junkie. Quick reminder at the end of this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Not going to push it too much. This is an Arber Xhekaj video. But, yeah, thanks, you guys, for all the support, and we hope Xhekaj will be back soon.